And back to the presidential villa, the Federal Executive Council has approved a raft of decisions aimed at tackling some of the country's most pressing challenges, from electricity supply and road infrastructure to civil service welfare, education and public health. At the center of the discussions was a proposal by President Bola Tinubu to overhaul the country's fragile electricity transmission system. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
For years, Nigeria's power sector has struggled with weak transmission capacity, often described as the most fragile link in the electricity value chain. Now, President Bola Tinubu is proposing a new approach. At the Federal Executive Council meeting, the president presented a memo proposing the creation of a grid asset management company to manage and strengthen the national electricity grid. Government believes the move could significantly improve power delivery across the country.
All aspects of the economy really looking up and improving. The president feels that for us to actually industrialize, the power sector must be fixed, and that is why he has taken this initiative of looking at how this grid asset management company, GAMCO, will be set up to help us to solve the problem of power.
The council also approved an additional exit benefit scheme for retiring civil servants in treasury-funded ministries, departments and agencies under the contributory pension scheme, a move expected to boost the welfare of public servants after years of service. In another major decision, President Bola Tinubu ordered the immediate suspension of the cashless toll payment system recently introduced at airport gates after complaints of traffic congestion and delays.
Mr. President therefore directed me that we should go back to the drawing board. We should go back to status quo, suspend the present system whereby people will have to pay through the various means we have introduced at the various gates across the country.
Infrastructure development also featured prominently at the Federal Executive Council meeting. Council approved the reconstruction of key roads, including the Suleja Mina Road and the redesign of the Qatar Bridge in Lagos. These projects are expected to ease transportation and improve connectivity.
We have approval for review and rephasing of the Kano Kongolam project. That is Bua tax credit project, and it was awarded in 2022 to be done on asphalt, and that's for a total of 132 kilometers on 115 billion. But because of insecurity there, the project could not take off.
In the education sector, Council approved the restoration of the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, and also placed a 6-year moratorium on the establishment of new universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education.
The National Mass Literacy and Adult and Formal Education Commission has done a yeoman job in educating people in the rural areas. Today we have about 56 million Nigerians that are illiterate. We can't continue to have this high number.
Meanwhile, the health sector also received attention with approval granted for the procurement of life-saving antiretroviral drugs. Officials say maintaining a steady supply is critical to preventing treatment disruptions for people living with HIV.
The presidential treatment program for people living with HIV and AIDS can continue. You know that Nigeria has a policy of providing free drugs to people living with HIV and AIDS. And earlier in the year, there was some anxiety that Nigeria was going to run out of ARV. With this approval, that anxiety is laid to rest.
From electricity reforms and road construction to civil service welfare, education policy, and life-saving medicines, the latest decisions of the Federal Executive Council signal government's attempt to address critical gaps across multiple sectors of the economy. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.